Hello everyone, welcome to Career Launcher. So today we are going to talk about IIM Kozhikode BMS 2025. So basically, if I'm going to talk about IIM Kozhikode BMS, so basically this is a new course that IIM Kozhikode has launched for bachelor for the students who have completed their 12th, similar to IPM that is conducted by IIM Indore. So this course is known as Bachelor's of Management Studies. So first talk about it. So basically, what is the eligibility criteria? So basically, these are a couple of screenshots that I have taken from their own websites. So basically, it says that you need to have completed 12th or the diploma. Okay, then original mark sheets that has to be submitted. Now, for to get admitted to IIM Kozhikode, you have to write entrance test, and that entrance test is called as your AT. AT means aptitude test. So basically, they are going to conduct that IMK BMS AT, which comprises two sections: verbal ability and quantitative ability. So basically, there are two sections that they are going to ask, and these sections are going to be in the format of MCQ. Okay. Now, so basically, they have given few exemptions from the entrance test as well. So the students who have already prepared for IIT JEE, so mains score is going to be considered, valid SAT score is going to be considered, valid ACT scores are going to be considered. But if you have more scores, so if you have JEE scores as well as you have AT score, so the better score will be considered. So uh, if you are writing a couple of tests and if you get higher chances at 80, then 80 will be considered. Now, so basically the eligible students must be called for interview, and the personal interviews are going to be conducted in certain cities, not every city. So Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Kozhikode, Mumbai, and New Delhi. So basically these people are also going to conduct personal interviews, and it is going to be a half day process. That is either going to be morning session or it is going to be afternoon session. So basically I think it is 8 to 12 or 2 to 6, or it is going to be something like this, but the very much clarity is not there. So it says that interview is expected to take around 15 minutes per candidate, but how many candidates they are going to shortlist, we don't know. Okay. Now let's move on to the syllabus that they have provided. One is verbal ability. Verbal ability, they are going to talk about grammar, they are going to ask vocab, they are going to talk about reading comprehension, as well as quantitative ability, number system, algebra, geometry, mensuration, stats, and probability. So these kind of things that they are mentioning on their website, but they have also given us as a set of sample questions. There is a 15 questions in that sample set, so that must be taken care of, and this is the pattern. So it is going to be computer based test. It is going to be a 2 hour set test, 1 hour every section. So there are going to be two sections. One is verbal ability, second is going to be your quantitative ability, and the timing they have given timing are 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Okay. Number of questions asked are 100, but unfortunately they haven't given the bifurcation of the paper, that how many questions are going to be from verbal ability, how many questions are going to be from your aptitude. So this is something that they have not mentioned. So here it is little going to be dicey. So I think it is going to be either 60-40 or it is going to be 50-50. So these are two combinations that I can think of that they are going to ask, that VA plus QA can be in this format. As well as they have also mentioned one thing on the website, that the marking is going to be +3 -1. So basically, one question, if you get it right, you are going to get 3 marks. If you get it wrong, you are going to lose 1 marks. And the language of the paper is going to be English. So basically, anyhow, all the papers are conducted in English only, and there are going to be four answer choices, and it is going to be type of MCQ. So this is all about your I would say the pattern of aptitude test of IIM Kozhikode. uh, I think it is a good course that everyone should write. For some people it might be a dream course, for some people it might be a backup, but anyhow, in my opinion, it is because it is providing you a brand value of IIM Kozhikode. So basically it is going to be a good course. Now, if I particularly talk about this, the sample set that they have provided, right? So sample set contains 15 questions, and all the 15 questions of are from previous year CAT questions. So in sample test, they are giving previous year CAT questions. So basically, I would say that uh, before writing the exam, please solve all the questions of previous CAT years, previous year CAT questions. We already have our already have all the questions recorded on YouTube. We have solved all the questions of CAT previous year. Topic wise, you can definitely go and check those out. Uh, so let's start. So let's start the solution of the questions. Now, uh, what are the questions? What kind of questions that has been asked in CAT? Uh, those questions that have been given in our sample text, right? So let's see. So it says that, and so anyone has any doubt in anywhere, so definitely they can ask. So let's see. So what does it say? An elevator has a weight limit of 630 kg. Okay. A group of the people whom the heaviest weighs 57 kgs and lightest weighs 53 kgs. What is the maximum number of people in that group? Okay. Okay. What is the maximum number of people in that group? Okay. And the total weight is what? 630. So elevator can carry a weight of 630. Okay. So if I want to increase the number of people, I need, if I want the elevator to accommodate more number of people, so what do I want? So the lighter the people, more the people, right? So if people are less heavier, I can send more people to elevator, right? So if I want to maximize the number of people, I am going to put more number of people of 53 kg, right? So how many people? 53 into 10. So that is going to be 530. So I can say 10 people are going. Then one more person of 53, that is going to be 583. So 11 people can go, right? Then plus one more 53. Now if I add one more person, it exceeds the limit of 630. So maximum number of people who can get into elevator is going to be 11. 12 people are not possible, right? So even if weight limit is 630, it's not necessary that you have to reach the weight limit of 630. So even if weight is total weight in the lift is elevator is 600, that's fine, you don't have to worry much about it. I hope everyone understood. Now let's see this question. What does it says? So it says in a market, the price of medium quality mangoes is that half of high quality mangoes. Fair point. Okay. The A shopkeeper purchases 80 kg of high quality mangoes and 40 kg of medium quality mangoes. Then he sells all of them at a uniform price that is 10% lower than. Okay. Okay. So question is talking about, if you look at the options, all the values are given in percentage, right? All the values are given in terms of percentage, right? So what I'm going to do? So there are two type of mangoes. One is going to be good quality. Second is going to be what? Medium quality, right? So good quality are 80, medium quality are 40. So instead of going with the actual value, I'm going with the ratio. So if there are two good quality mangoes, there is going to be one medium quality mango. The price of medium quality is half of high quality. So I am assuming that price of medium quality is 100, price of good quality is 200, right? Okay. Now he is buying 2 kg at 200, total cost becomes 400. He is buying 1 kg at 100, cost becomes 100. So what is the total cost we are talking about? We are talking about a total cost of 500, right? How many kgs he has bought? He has bought 3 kgs, right? Now, at what price he is selling? He is selling at 10% lower price of high quality. So high quality is 200, 10% lower is 180. So basically, he is selling at 180. How many kgs? 3 kgs. So total selling price we are talking about 540. Okay. So what is the profit he is getting? 40 rupees. At what cost? At a cost of 500 into 100. So basically that gives us 8%. So his profit percent is going to be 8%. Now, with this question, there is an issue with this question that when I look at the syllabus talks about number system, algebra, geometry, mensuration, stats. But this question does not belong to any of these topics. This question belongs to arithmetic, right? So basically they are also going to talk about arithmetic. They are in the actual exam, they are going to ask arithmetic, but they haven't mentioned it here, because generally if you are going to see in cat, arithmetic is there, right? And they have given questions from arithmetic. So basically when they are going to ask questions of quantitative ability, they are also going to ask about the ask from the topic of arithmetic. So don't miss out on arithmetic. Don't feel like that if it is a question of simple interest, compound interest, you don't need to solve it because it doesn't fall in this. But in the sample test they have provided it. So you need to understand that the questions of arithmetic might also be in the actual exam, right? So let's move on to the next one. Now, what does it says? That a and b are integers of opposite signs. Is that what does it says? Uh, um, a plus 3 whole square plus b square is equal to 9 is to 1. A minus 1 whole square is to b minus 1 whole square, that is equal to 4 is to 1. And what is the ratio of a square minus b square? So basically this is a question that is, I think, that has been asked in cat 2017. It's not an easy one, it's a tricky one. I wouldn't say tricky one, it's a lengthy question, right? So let's solve this question. Now it says that a and b are integers of opposite signs. Okay, so if a is positive, b is negative. If b is positive, a is negative. That's what it says. Okay, if I look at this numerator and denominator, a is greater, a plus 3 is greater than b. Okay, here a minus 1 and b. So again a minus 1 is greater than b. So I am going to say that a is going to be positive and b is going to be negative. From there I am directly going to conclude. Now look at the question. What is the value of a square upon b square? That's what question is talking about, right? Okay. And in all the options, it says that b square is equal to 4, right? So if b square is equal to 4, so it means b is going to be 2, right? And I am so it is in ratio. So I'm not going to take it as 2. I'm going to take b as minus 2k, because b is negative, sorry, a is positive and b is negative, b is negative, and because it is in ratio, so basically it should have some multiplicative factor. So this is what I have. Okay, now what can I say with the first statement? So first statement can be said as what? A plus 3 whole square, a plus 3 upon b. I'm directly going to take a square root, that is going to be minus 3 upon 1. Okay, why I'm saying minus 3? Because a and b are of opposite signs, so this ratio is definitely going to be negative. As well as I can also say that a minus 1 upon b minus 1 is also going to be what? Minus 2. Now, what is the value of b? The value of b is minus 2k. I'm going to plug in over here. Okay, so a plus 3 upon minus 2k is equal to minus 3. This is 2k. So a plus 3 comes out to be what? 6k. So a comes out to be 6k minus 3. Okay. Now from here I can say that a minus 1 upon 2k minus 1 and that's equal to minus 2. Okay, so I made a mistake. So B is minus 2k. So A can be written as 6k minus 3 minus 1. Okay, so A is 6k minus 3 minus 1. That is equal to, I'm just going to cross multiply. So I'm going to get what? 4k plus 2. Okay, bring 4k to this side, bring this to this side. So I'm going to get 2k, and 2k equal to 6. Okay. So 2k is equal to 6. So minus 2k is what? Minus 6. So I got the value of B. B is minus 6. Okay. Now let's plug in the value of A. So A is what? 6k minus 3. So 2k is 6. So 6k is going to be what? 18. 18 minus 3 is got what? 15. So I got the value of A. I got the value of B. So A upon B comes out to be what? 15 upon minus 6, or I can say minus uh, uh, 5 upon 2. Okay. So what is the value of A square upon B square? That is going to be option D. That is 25 upon 4. So we can solve this question. Not, I won't say it's a easy question. If I'm going to get this question in the exam, more likely I'm going to skip it, because it is going to be very tricky, very lengthy, as well as you need to spend a lot of time to figure this out, that A is supposed to be positive, B is supposed to be negative. Then you have to look at the options that B square is always 4, so B should be minus 2 or the multiple of minus 2. So these kind of tricky questions, I would say that in the exam when you are struggling with time, so these type of questions are avoided, because if you see the time limit is only 60 minutes, right, for quant. How many questions are going to be? I don't know. Maybe 40, maybe 50, but I don't think it is going to be less than 40, right? So in 60 minutes, 40 questions are already a struggle. So these kind of questions are not going to be very suggestive. You shouldn't solve these kind of questions. Okay. So now, so basically, if I have to solve question number 1, yes, I'm going to solve question number 1. This is a question I'm going to solve. This is a question I'm going to solve. This is not a question I'm going to solve during the exam. After the exam, I'm definitely going to do it. Now, let's see. What does it say? Let A1, A2, A3 up to A52 be positive integers such that A1, A2 up to A52, suppose their arithmetic mean is 1 less than arithmetic mean of all those numbers. So A1 plus A2 plus A3 up to A52. Okay. Divide by 52 is average. Okay. Now I have A2 plus A3 plus A4 up to A52. Now, out of 52, I have removed one number. So, how many numbers are remaining? 51. Okay. Now, let's say if this average is what? A. So, this average is going to be what? A minus 1, because average of these numbers is 1 greater than this. Okay. So, I can say that A1 plus A2 plus A3 up, up to A52 is going to be 52A minus 52. Just cross multiply. Second statement says that A2 plus A3 plus A4 up to A52 is equal to what? 51A. Right. Now, if I subtract, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get every value is going to be cancelled out. So on LHS, I'm only going to be left out with A1, and A1 comes out to be A minus 52. Okay. And what is A? A is the average of A2 to A52. So question says, what is the largest possible value of A1? So if I want to maximize A1, I need to maximize A. Okay. So if I need to maximize A, it means all these numbers should take their largest value. Okay. So basically question says that A52 is 100. So largest value of A52 is 100. It's a fixed value. What is the value of A? Largest value of A59? That is 99. What is the value of A50? That is going to be 98. And so on up to A2. So largest value of A2 is going to be what? 50. Okay, so this is what we have. Now, this is an AP. So what is the average of an AP? That is first term plus last term divided by 2. So that comes out to be what? That comes out to be 75. So average of these numbers, average the value of A is what? 75. So this is the largest value of A. So if I'm going to plug in largest value of A, I'm going to get largest value of A1, and that comes out to be 23. So what is the value of A1? That comes out to be 23, and that's our option D. So this is how we are going to approach these kind of questions. Again, not an easy one to crack during the exam. Now, let's look at this question. What does it say? Uh, from a rectangle ABCD, okay. So the rectangle is ABCD. A semicircle part with a diameter AB and area 72 pi is removed. Okay. So basically, I have something like this. So this is diameter. So I am removing this part. Okay. So this part is removed. Now question is asking what is the perimeter of the leftover portion. So what is the perimeter of the leftover portion? That is this curved part plus this line plus this line plus this line. Okay. Area of this is what? Area of this, let's say it is R. So area of this semicircle is what? Half into pi r square, right? And that is equal to what? 72 pi. So pi cancels out. So I can say r square is what? R square is going to be 144. So R comes out to be 12. Okay. Now, what is the perimeter of this? What is the perimeter of this? This is going to be half of the whole perimeter. That is half into 2 pi r. Half of the circumference. That is going to be pi r. Pi r means 12 pi. So basically, I am going to need this plus this plus this plus this. So this is the only value that is going to contain pi. So which option has 12 pi in the option? That's option A. I am directly going to mark this answer. I am not going to calculate this or this or this. So when you are going to solve these kind of questions like this, you are going to get the answer very quickly. You don't have to spend a lot of time to calculate all the lengths and calculate the perimeter. You shouldn't do it. Okay. Now let's move on to this one. Okay, so I think there is some typing error in this question. So this question is looks like this: 5.55 power x is equal to 0.555 power y, and that's equal to 1000. So I'm not going to write it as 1000. I'm going to write it as 10 power 3. Okay. So from here I can say that 5.55 is equal to 10 power 3 upon x. Okay. So from here I can say that 555 divided by 100 is equal to 10 power 3 upon x. So 555 can be written as 10 power 3 upon x into 10 square. So into 10 square means power is going to be added by 2. Right. Now second is 555 power y, and that's equal to what? 10 cube. Right. So from here I can say that 555 divided by 1000, it can be written as 10 power 3. That is equal to 10 power 3 upon y. So 555 is equal to what? 10 power 3 by y plus 3. Okay. So what I can say now? So I can say, I think there is some problem in typing the options. Let me see. So basically 555 is equal, right? So it is actually, so I am going to say that 10 power 3 upon x plus 2 is equal to 10 power 3 upon y plus 3. Okay. So I'm just going to equate both the powers. So I can say that 3 upon x plus 2, and that's equal to 3 upon y plus 3. So I can say that 3 upon x minus 3 upon y is equal to 1. So 1 upon x plus 1 minus 1 upon y, and that's equal to 1 upon 3. So I think this should be the answer. It shouldn't be 1 3 1 3. It should be 1 upon 3. This should be 2 upon 3. So answer of this question is going to be option B. So basically there is some typing error in the here in this. So don't worry about it. But this is how we are going to calculate the answer of this question. So if you see what gives away this problem, it is that these two, both the numbers contain 555, right? So from there you need to understand, you need to equate two values of 555. right? And as soon as you understood this question is going to be extremely easy. Okay, now let's solve this question. What does it says? So I hope everyone understood what the type of questions that I have done so far. So it says that next question says that a club has 256 members, out of which 144 can play football. Okay, so both. So basically, if you see, as soon as you see both people, some people can play both football and tennis. You can figure out this is a question of set theory. In set theory, which formula we are going to use? None. Okay, so this is 256, right? So I'm going to draw this circle. So we have number of people, football. How many people? 144. Then we have tennis. How many people? 123. Then we have cricket. What is the number of people? That is 132. Okay. 58 members can play both football and tennis. Okay, so both football and tennis is so all three is x. So this value comes out to be what? 58 minus x. Okay. 25 can play both cricket and tennis. So this total value is going to be 25. So this value is going to be 25 minus x. Okay. And similarly, this value is going to be 63 minus x. Okay. Now, out of 144, 63, this value is 63 total value, and this value is 58 minus x. So 63 plus 58 is going to be how much? It is going to be 121. So this value comes out to be 23 plus x. So 144 minus this, minus this, minus this. So this value comes out to be 23 plus x. Okay. If I look for tennis, so it is going to be what? 58 plus 25 is going to be what? 73. So it is going to be 50 plus x. It is going to be 58 plus 83. Okay, so 83. So it is going to be 40 plus x. Okay. Okay. Now 63 plus 25 is going to be 88. 88 is 44 plus x. So these are the values that I'm going to get. Just total minus this, total minus this, minus this, minus this will give me this value, only value, right? Now only tennis is 40 plus x, so my answer should be 40 plus x. That can either be 43 or it can be 45, not more than that. Now if I add all the values, this should be equal to 256, right? So I can say this total sum comes out to be what? 144. So I can say 256 is equal to 144 plus 40 plus x plus 25 minus x. So that comes out to be 65. Okay. Plus 44 plus x. Okay. So this is going to be what? 288, 188 plus what? 65. This is going to be 253 plus x. So that is equal to 256. So what is the value of x we are going to get? We are going to get the value of x, that is 3. So how many people can play only tennis? That is going to be 40 plus 3. So answer comes out to be 43. That's going to be option B. So this is how you can approach this question of set theory. So set theory, I would say, whenever you get a question of set theory, always attempt it. It's more likely, if it is a single question, it is always going to be very easy. Now let's see what does it says. I hope everyone understood the previous one. Meena scores 40% in an exam after review, even though her score increased by 50 marks. She still failed by 35 marks. So initially she is scoring what? 40%. And her score increases by 50%. So 50% of what? 50% of 40%. So her score increased by 20%. So now her score is 60%. Okay. And she still fails by, so passing marks should be here, and she fails by what? 35 marks. Okay, that's what question says. Now, if her post review score increased by 20%, okay, so her current score is what? 60%, and 60% also increased by 12%, 20%. So 20% of 60% is going to be 12%. So her current score is going to be what? 72%. Right. Now it says that she will have 7 marks more than the passing score. Okay. So it means it should be 72% should be here. And it is 7 marks more than the passing marks. Okay. Okay. Now question asks, then the percentage score that is needed for passing the exam. Okay. So what I am going to say. Okay. She will have 7. So basically, can I should I solve this question? Should I calculate all these values? Definitely not. I know that when she's getting 60% marks, passing marks should be greater than 60%. When she is getting 72% marks, she is scoring more than passing marks, right? So passing marks should be greater than 60% and less than 72%. Which option? Option D, 70. That's it. You got the answer. You don't have to calculate any value. So this kind of questions are going to be the questions that are going to be solved in less than a minute, and you should mark the answer by using logic and move on to the next one. Okay. Now let's see this question. What does it say? That the product of two positive numbers is 616. Okay, so let's say two numbers are a and b, so a into b is given to us as 616. Okay, the ratio of differences of their cubes. Okay, so let's say a cube minus b cube. Okay, and cube of their differences means a minus b whole cube is 157 divided by 3. Okay, and the question is talking about what is the sum of the numbers x plus y. Okay, okay. So what I'm going to do here, that is going to be a minus b into a square plus ab, a square plus b square plus ab. Okay, upon a minus b into a plus b whole square. Okay, a minus b gets cancels out, and it is going to be what? 157 divided by 3. I'm just cross multiplying, so I'm going to get 3a square, okay, plus 3b square uh, plus 3ab, and that is equal to 157 times a square plus b square plus 2a. Okay. Okay. Now, what I can do? I am going to write it as 3 times a square plus b square plus ab. Okay. I'm also going to do plus ab. Okay. And then minus 3ab. That I can say that 157 times a plus b whole square. Now, why I'm doing it? Because if you look at this value has become what? This value has become a plus b whole square, right? So, okay. I'm sorry. I just made a blunder in this question. It is a minus b whole square. So basically, what I have written should be redone. So this line is going to be useless. I'm sorry. It was a blunder from my end. Okay. Okay. So after this point, okay. So I'm going to get 3a square, 3 times a square plus b square plus ab. That is equal to 157 times a square plus 157 times b square minus 314 times ab. Okay. So I'm just going to take this value to this side and bring a square b square this side. Okay. So I'm going to get 154 times a square plus 154 times b square. Okay. And that is going to be 314 into 314 plus 3, that is going to be 317 AB. Okay. Okay, so I can say that a square 154 times a square plus 154 times, this should be b square, okay, Let me write it like this: 154 times a square plus b square, okay, plus 2ab. Okay, so 2ab means what? It should be done 317 ab plus 308 ab. Okay, so it is going to be what? 625 ab. Okay. Now, why I have done this? Because if I am doing this, this value is directly going to be a plus b whole square and into 154. Okay. So what do I have right now? 154 times a plus b whole square, and that's equal to 625. 625. AB is what? A into b is what? 616. Okay. Just cancel out. This comes out to be 4. So a plus b comes out to be square root of 25. That square root of 625 is 25, square root of 4 is 2. So answer comes out to be 50. Answer of this question is going to be option A. So basically this is again a very lengthy type of question. In the test they have given all the questions that are very lengthy, a lot of questions that are very lengthy, but anyhow I don't think exam is going to contain these kind of lengthy questions. Now let's see, I think it is going to be a smaller one and easier one. The average of 13 digits is 5. So it means if average is 30, then sum is going to be 150. Among those 30 integers, there are exactly 20 integers that do not exceed 5. What is the highest possible average of 20 integers? Okay. So basically, out of 30, there are 20 numbers that are less than equal to 5, and remaining 10 numbers are going to be greater than 5. Okay. Okay. I want to maximize the average of these 20 numbers. It means I need to minimize the average of these 10 numbers. So what I'm going to assume? I'm going to assume that these 20 numbers have an average of A. So sum comes out to be 28. And these 10 numbers, every number has a value of 6 only. All the numbers are 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay. So basically, sum of these 10 numbers is going to be what? 60. Sum comes out to be 150. So basically 20A comes out to be 90. So A comes out to be 4.5. So highest possible average for these 20 numbers is going to be 4.5. So this is a question that is actually extremely easy. You can easily solve this question. It won't take a lot of time. Now let's solve this question. What does it says? Okay. It says there is a triangle ABC. Okay, so we got a triangle ABC. So this is A, this is B, this is C. Okay, AD and BE are perpendicular to each other. Medians. So AD is a median. So this is D. BE is also a median. That is, and angle between them is what? 90. Okay. They have length of 12 and 9. Okay, so length of AD is okay. So intersection of medians is called a centroid. Okay, and the property of centroid is it divides median in the ratio of 2:1. Okay, so this length, this total length is 12. So I need to break this 12 into ratio of 2:1. So that is going to be 8. This is going to be 4. Okay, this BE total length is 9. So this length is going to be 6. This length is going to be 3 because centroid divides median in the ratio of what? 2:1. Okay. Now I know it is a right angle triangle. So what is the area of, let's give it a name, O. What is the area of triangle AOE? That's going to be half of 8 into 3. So that comes out to be what? 12. Okay. Now there is one more property of any triangle. Let's say you draw medians, right? All three medians. So this is what you are going to see. So if this triangle has an area of 12, then every triangle is going to have an area of 12. Area of all the triangles is always equal irrespective of type of triangle, and this is the property of medians and centroid. So if this area is 12, then total area is going to be 72. So answer of this question comes out to be option C. If you know the properties of a triangle, this question is a 1-minute question. Otherwise, this is a question that should not be attempted. So if you know the properties of medians, centroid. This question is going to be extremely easy one, extremely solvable. Okay. Now let's start this one. What does it says? So it says that bottle 1 contains milk and water in the ratio of 7:2. Okay. And bottle 2 contains milk and water in the ratio of 9:4. Okay. And I need to mix them in such a ratio so that the final ratio of milk is to water becomes 3:1. Okay. So basically, this is a question of allegation. So in the first one, what is the quantity of milk? That is 7 upon 9. In the second one, what is the quantity of milk? That is 9 upon 13. Okay. What is the final quantity of milk? That is 3 upon 4. Okay. So because it says milk is to water is 3:1, so milk is going to be 3/4. And here milk is 7/9. Here milk is this. Now question is talking about in which ratio you need to mix it. Okay. So basically what I'm going to say. So it is going to be 7/9 minus 3/4. So it comes out to be 28 minus 27. That is 1 upon 4 into 9. Okay. It is going to be what? 39 minus 36. That is going to be 3 upon 4 into 13. Okay. And in this ratio, you are supposed to mix this because this is allegation. So this gives us ratio of 27:13. So my answer of this question is going to be option uh, uh, B, and that is 27:13. If I don't want to solve all those things and I need to figure things out, so basically I am going to say this is the sum that is going to be 9. This is the sum that is going to be 13. So basically whatever ratios I am going to take, it is going to be in the ratio of, so this value should be a multiple of 9 and this value should be a multiple of 13. And there is only one option that gives us the value of 13. So I can directly get the answer as 27:13. So I'm not going to solve this question. If it is this question in the exam, I'm just going to look at the options and get the answer right. Okay. Now let's see this question. What does it says? Out of the shirts produced in a factory, okay, 15% are defective, while 20% are sold on the domestic market. Okay. If the remaining 8840 shirts are left for export, the total number of shirts produced in the factory. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to assume total number of shirts are what? 100x. Out of 100x, how many are defective? 15x. How many are not defective? That is 85x. Okay. 20% of the rest. So 20% means 1/5 of 85x, that is 17x. So what are remaining? 68x. And that is equal to these 68x are left to export. So that is equal to 8840. Okay, I'm cancelling out by 17 for the 17 5. 15% are defective, 20% are sold and defect, and remaining 8840. Okay, so 68x, that is going to be what? 17 5 2 0. Now cancel out by 130. So x comes out to be 130. Total number of shirts I have assumed as 100x. So total number of t-shirts are going to be, total number of shirts that are going to be produced are 13,130 into 100. Okay. Now let's look at this question. What does it says? Manufacturer of a table sells it to a wholesaler at a profit of 10%. Okay. So manufacturer invests X rupees. He sells at a profit of 10%, means selling price is 1.1x. Okay. So selling price of wholesaler or manufacturer is the cost price of dealer, cost price of wholesaler. Okay. Now this wholesaler has this cost and he is selling at a profit of 30%. So what is selling price of wholesaler? That is 1.3 of 1.1x. Now this value becomes the cost price of retailer. Okay. Now what does retailer do? Retailer again makes a profit of 50% on what? On this cost. So selling price of retailer is going to be 1.5 into 1.3 into 1.1 x, and that is given to us is 4290. Okay, so decimal cancels out, 0 0 0 is there. Okay, so cancel out by 11, 11 3 9. Okay, so 39, and there are going to be 4 zeros followed. Okay, 13 3 4 zeros followed. Okay, 15 2000. So what is the cost price of manufacturer? That's going to be option B. That's going to be 2000. Okay. Now let's look at this question. What does it says? If A, B, C are three positive integers such that A and B are in the ratio of 3 to 4 and B and C are in the ratio of 2 to 1. Okay. Then which of the following is a possible value of A plus B plus C? So A is to B is 3 to 4. Now B is to C is 2 is to 1. So if B is 4, C is going to be 2. Okay. Now question says what is the possible value of A plus B plus C? So I can say A is equal to 3k, B is equal to 4k, and C is equal to 2k. So what is the total sum we are looking for? We are talking about a total sum of 9k. So it means sum of A plus B plus C should be a multiple of 9. And which option is giving us a multiple of 9? This is not a multiple of 9, not a 9. This is a multiple of 9. This is not a multiple of 9. So answer of this question is going to be option C. So this is a very easy question that we are going to do in the exam. Again, we can solve it in less than a minute. Thank you. So in case anyone has any doubts, you can just drop a message on the comment box. And for more information, share, subscribe. Thank you.